Let's just jump right into it, huh? I'll try a little bit more of this Arrow Marvel mid-rangey deck with Miles that we played yesterday. I need 6 more boosters on Marvel to infinite split my my variant. Kingpin's getting close too, so we're gonna play this one for a little bit. See if we can get one or both of those. Morning Duck. One thing that is worth noting is that Kingpin and Marvel do not have anti-synergy together, so Captain Marvel moves after the end of the game, which means it's technically no longer the 6th turn, so she's never in any danger from Kingpin if she needs to jump to his lane. The way this hand is looking, I think I'm just like playing Viper out for stats here on 2. Hey, thanks for the 47 months twin to win. Good to see a lot of the old regulars here still while we're snapping. Appreciate it. Hey, Lethin, good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh gosh, Maximus into the hub kind of mitigated the downside of them for what I had going on. Is this a... I'm gonna go Hood Juggernaut here, and we'll keep them off of Asgard. Obviously, we're not gonna get to leverage. We'll draw 1 card off of this, effectively, but want to keep them out of here. They try to play for it. No, they're not. Okay. Oh, I forgot we were gonna get the demon too. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so what are we doing here? So they're obviously playing big for the left. So I need to play Miles this turn because nothing is moving. So is it Angela, Miles, Demon, Punt, and Energy? Just a little awkward because like I could do this. And then we hope that, like, Demon wins middle next turn. I'm gonna try this. Interesting. Okay. Assume they're gonna play here now that Kingpin's up, but we'll see. The heads up line is you just play into the Kingpin path. The fact that it's not the last turn anymore is really unfortunate because we'd be set up to win if they play into here most likely because we're gonna add 10 into Limbo. What level do you hit all of the cards? Somewhere around 3,000 press pick. Full breakdown on how getting all the cards works here. Timelines and stuff. You're about to, at 451, you're about to hit the deep end of the pool. Yeah, some people finish as low as like, I've heard like 2,600 on the low end. There's some variance in it. Viper and Green Goblin do not count as moves for Miles, so moves are between sides here. Kingpin's had enough of whatever that thing's doing. Get it out of here. Okay, so we do unfortunately have priority here. even if they move Vulture here, that's still only 13, so we're still winning there. So we just want to give ourselves the best chance to win mid. I think that's Miles Spider-Woman, right? It's effectively like playing 13 out here. Yeah, they're just retreating.
Victory.
Hey, Zal, thanks for the prime. So the first loot boxes that start on the track press pick are 50% to have cards in them. The second ones later on, there's caches and then reserves. I think the reserves are 25%. And if you want to know the full breakdown of what's in those, there's a image pinned in the Snap Discord server. That's why there's some variation. And when people finish collection levels, if you run really hot on those caches, you can get cards faster. There's also, and we don't know exactly what it is, but there's a pity timer that at worst, you'll get a card every 9 caches at the later ones. But they also said there's break points where they ensure everyone has similar sized collections by particular levels. So that way you can't fall too far behind. But we don't know exactly what those are because like some people have finished their full collection at like 2,700 and others take to about the average of 33 or 34. Mathematically speaking, if you run exactly average, it's expected that you finish about 3,300, I believe. The biggest thing isn't even just like the number itself so much as like the lack of agency. Hopefully we get collector tokens here soon to make that better. I think I'm going to Polaris their armor here because they're very likely, if this is a destroyer deck, they're very likely to play into the armor path here. And then when I yank the armor to somewhere else, it's going to disrupt whatever their second thing they played out is. Here, bud. I want a Kingpin. I'm not sure. I'm also not sure if I want to Hood or Nightcrawler. I think I want a Hood. But not there, obviously, because Cosmo. Thank you, animation. Hey, Slot, good to have you here. So, if they're gonna Professor X this turn, oh, I was gonna say, if they're gonna Professor X this turn, I might want to Arrow, but actually that doesn't work, right? What if I take this gamble into Professor X? They play it down, they go to 15. Viper kicks us over, they go to 13, and then I have 11, 14. Obviously, it's a coin flip on who Viper gives them, but I think that's my best line to beat a Professor X here. Alright, we lost the flip, so we're probably dead. Yeah, we lost our arrow too. That's fine, we'll punt him a cube. Does it stop goblins? Did they change that? It didn't fix it for a while. It does, yeah, okay, that's good to know. There's a good chance this deck's just like unplayable into the destroyer decks. And our type is really good to the point of being oppressive. This definitely feels like the litmus test for a lot of brews. I'm gonna hold on to Nightcrawler so we can play it after Angela. Get that a little bigger. Hood is often accompanied by a copy of Killmonger. So we're gonna keep an eye out for that. We have priority here. I think I'm gonna Polaris, grab one of these and yank it over to here. I think they're gonna try and destroy this. Oh, they're playing for the raft. Okay. This is actually kind of nice for us because them deploying the demon means I don't need to be worried about, getting Killmongered. So, they could have been a couple of different things, but, Warpath means that we are in fact just playing another Killmonger deck, or another Destroyer deck. Is accurate. It's our Hobgoblin isn't good here, unfortunately. We just do this. Give up the raft. Are people just not playing for the raft in higher ranks? I mean, like most of the things you want to look at in card games, it's not a binary choice like that, right? Like I was already committed to 2 other locations, like when this came up. Can you deck out? I mean, you can theoretically run out of cards in your deck, but it doesn't lose you the game outright. We might actually be in a position to beat Destroyer on the last turn of this game. So I'm gonna get Miles and Juggernaut. So like, if they play here to finish the raft, well, I guess they're gonna have a free 6-drop from the raft too though, huh? Does Arrow win? Arrow might win if they only play 1 card. Damn. Oh, that might be the one that destroys. What is this? Is this little? Damn. If they had played a 6-drop there, we'd have won. Daredevil's such a tough card to play too. I should have been thinking about Hobgoblin. If I'd have put Nightcrawler didn't do much here. If I'd have put Nightcrawler into the raft, we win this game. That was well played by them, and I didn't play around their Daredevil well. Nightcrawler should have gone. I wanted to move Nightcrawler to enable Miles for the last turn, but I exposed myself to getting hobgoblined with the way I put it. Or if it pulled the other card. We were dead there regardless of which card we pulled. They were both 3 power things. I was thinking maybe you were far enough ahead that you should arrow left there. Did that beat their average 6 drop? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I am far enough ahead because I'm adding 13... I'm adding 13, 17 power there. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. I agree, Edmain. Yeah, good game, Beetle. I made a couple of mistakes. You played well. Nice. Angela. That's a nice one still for us. I think I'm going to snap Demon Green Goblin Rescue into the Nexus. It beat the Destroyer? Okay, yeah, I should have had, man. You're right. Arrow's a tough card to play well. There's a lot of permutations you gotta think through. My wife says you're working too much and you can rest your voice. I can sleep when I'm dead. Well then. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. This is me. Cheat power into one of the sides. Then we'll get to jug them on the last turn. That's probably the line here. Any other synergies with Viper besides Hood? It's just like a kind of generically good card. Okay, so they're retreating then? Victory. Viper has synergy with random locations that like put out random crappy cards like Raptors or the -2 card, and it's also good at sending opposing green goblins back to the opponent. You can also just like play it on curve for 3 power, and it's like not that much worse than a few of other 2 drops when you're doing that. Honestly, until you get to like the very end of the season, I really wouldn't worry about the win with 1 card. If you're like early on, you could just like throw Namor in your deck or like Hulk or something and try and win with a 6 drop or a 4 drop. But like those types of quests, you just like end up incidentally doing them. So I usually don't like try and do anything weird or force it, just like ends up happening. Yeah, Daredevil Professor X is something that could technically work. No Angela in sight. I think I'm just gonna Nightcrawler right here. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna Hood, and then next turn we'll Demon plus Viper. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, that's perfect. I think I snapped them before I Viper them here. I think I actually want to move Nightcrawler here, and I don't want to put it into the Viper path because that Viper could kick it over. But I want to move Nightcrawler here because next turn if I draw a 3-drop, I can Miles plus 3-drop. Is nice.
Wind, aid my hand.
Does it matter when you snap? Yeah, definitely. Check out my when to snap video here for a breakdown on some base game theory stuff on when to be snapping and why. Okay, now, noteworthy here. Rescue checks the location that you play to, not the location that she's in. So she's about to move from the Bifrost. Think we rescue here and then we'll play here next turn. Okay, so I think I want to arrow here this turn, and we need to arrow here to trigger my rescue to give her +5 power, and then arrow, assuming they play to the center, will allow me to Captain Marvel and Miles Morales next turn. Need to make sure something moves this turn so Miles can still be cheaper next turn. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. Oh, perfect. And that went right. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Do. Oh, huh. That's a choice too. Now, I think Captain Marvel plus Miles is better than Angela Polaris Miles here. I think we just do this. And then if they play into here to win this hard, Captain Marvel can jump to one of these other 2 locations for us, where we're up more. How often is Captain Marvel better than Vision? Often, I think. No, Huckleberry. That deck really needs Torch and Falcon. If you're looking for a deck to play Beast in, though, the Pool 3 Collector Dino deck, I think really benefits from Beast. Beast and Quinjet are solid upgrades for the Dino deck. Okay, but this is fine. Higher, further, faster, baby.
Victory.
Hold on 1 second, chat. Taking notes for a YouTube video, maybe. Where's the pull 3 sheet? There's a command somewhere. It's also pinned in the Subsyscord portal. I don't remember what the command was. There's so many commands. Card sheet. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Silence. Any of Hazmat can fit into a good deck? No. I think it's the problem with Hazmat is that your opponent has to have more cards in play than you, and it's just difficult to meet that as a condition. On top of all the difficulty it is to set up Hazmat. Like, you have like Viper and Goblins that could do something, but it's just not enough. It's a shame too, because Hazmat, I have a sweet Hazmat variant I'd like to play with. I think this is a Viper for stats. Looking at the rest of my hand, like the rest of my curve is filled here. Okay, and then we have priority here. So I think we use Polaris to grab Mr. Barnes here and yank him over into the expansion. Yep, this is probably a 1-drop plus Carnage here. Oh, just 2 1-drops, okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So I gotta decide, do we Jug plus Miles here, or do we Rescue? I kind of don't hate waiting to Rescue. I kind of want to get Miles down. I'm gonna Jug mid, because I think that's most likely where they're gonna play a card that destroys. Oh, they're gonna destroy left, actually. Okay. Guess that makes sense with Bucky. I think I Rescue here. So that way I can play here next turn. I can Rescue here and Nightcrawler here. Rescue's gonna move, but playing Nightcrawler here forces Rescue into the middle. And then I can Arrow right next turn to trigger her bonus, I think is the plan. I guess, do I want a chance for Rescue to go into the expansion? Think so. I don't think so. We'll see. This demon goes left, that could be bad for us, I suppose. Oh, this is interesting. I'm glad I want demon to go mid here. Okay, sick. Okay, so if I Arrow here, Rescue gets +5. This is just like a guaranteed win, right? I think I snapped them because it's not super obvious what I'm about to do. Arrow's such a powerful disruptive card. Bud. Yeah, sweet.
Victory.
I mean, I played Pull 3 Down on a past stream. Yeah, if you, it was a little bit ago we did a highlight. If you search for the Quinjet deck on, the highlights channel, it's got plays Quinjet and Beast to give you a feel for what to cut. Arrow is like leader in some weird ways sometimes. Yeah, kinda. Being able to just like full punt a lane on the last turn is a big deal. With no Angela inside, I think we just Nightcrawler on one. I like holding this if we have Angela, but without Angela, just playing it out is good. Hello, baby girl. Good morning.
That's true.
Oh, you gotta wait?
Yeah, we got 5-pound weights. Finally. And 3-pound weights.
fun. You exercising? You want to come say hi? Yep. It's Bees and Haley.
What we should do?
I think I'm waiting on Nightcrawler here because I probably don't want a Miles on 3. I probably want a Miles on 4 along with the 3-drop. Four to 5 months is the incorrect amount of time to get a full collection free to play. And if you're not sure why that's the incorrect amount of time, feel free to check the video where I break down all the math on what the actual number is.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll hood. I think I want to move Crawler here. I think I want to move Crawler here to so be able to have this be cheaper next turn. Yes, you're adorable. One thing that's very apparent to me, hearing people talk about Snap and metrics and stuff, is a lot of people are very obviously not used to free-to-play games. Like, being able to get all of the cards without spending $1 in general is not something that's possible in a lot of games. It's very heavy. Does weigh 3 whole pounds. I mean, if you spend all the money, you do get the cards much faster. Press pick. I've spent hundreds on Magic Arena and can't play Standard. Yep.
I think Iron Man could maybe put up something or to do something.
Opponent retreated. All right, weird. I don't know what exactly they were doing. Can you take that, Jakey Bacon?
I don't know what they're doing, but I think we're trying to put like try and.
Can you go with Haley, please?
I think we're trying to push through, but it failed because we got cards that cost so much mana.
He does have marvelous hair. Yeah, that's my oldest Jacob. Jacob and Declan both have super curly hair. And then Haley has like this pin straight blonde hair. All right, so again, I think when we have Angela teed up, we wait on the Nightcrawler on 1. Yeah, I agree, Professor. Yeah, people always bring up Runeterra when the comparison comes up for other free-to-play games, but there's a reason no one plays Runeterra. And to be a little bit less laughy about it, I genuinely think part of the reason why Runeterra has fewer people playing it is because of how easy it is to get a collection. Hey, Vortal, sounds good. I'm gonna play another game or two with this, then we'll click on over and check it out. Thanks for the biddies. You're super generous. Like, people have lizard brains, and like, I mean, even just look at this game, right? Like, look at how many people say, once I have my dailies done, I stop playing the game because it doesn't feel like I'm getting anything anymore. And like, as much as people like, want, or don't want to hear that, like, being able to feel like you're making progress is important for games like this. This game's probably an L. We're punting this center location. So maybe I just make a demon here. This location is so punishing. It definitely is, feels bad man energy. Wait, why did they play mid again? I promise you already had that locked up, opponent. Okay, so obviously Nightcrawler eats it to Kingpin here if I move him. But how do I lose if I arrow Demon this turn? Like this even beats Leader, right? And it beats Destroyer too. Sorry, bud. You were collateral damage.
Victory.
Yeah, that's great. Would a high spender be spending enough money that you can upgrade cards over? Well, so that's the thing, right? So everyone, regardless of how much money they're spending or not, has to earn the same number of boosters to get a full collection. So in order to get to collection level 3000, you need 15,000 boosters, which is 15,000 turns played. So if you're spending money to get credits faster, you also need to play more to make sure you're getting enough boosters to actually spend those credits upgrading cards. It's a very real thing. So it's not just as simple as you're spending money. Okay, I mean, if you're playing plenty and you're buying gold to buy credits, you'll have boosters, yeah. But always having the upgrades, no, you'll still bottleneck on credits. You can only spend $22 a day on credits between the shop and rerolling missions. Yeah, I agree, Cesar. I also think one of the reasons why getting every card is such a big thing right now is because you don't control the order in which you get the cards. So like once you can target cards with the collection tokens that they're talking about introducing, having a full collection will be even less important then, because you'll be able to target the couple of cards that you want to build specific decks easier. Really hope we get those soon. No plays on one here. Obviously not playing in the Murder World. Scorpions read. Ooh, kind of punish for playing Angela left. Oh wait, this is gonna end up somewhere else here in a second, right? It could end up left. I don't need to move anything this turn because we're going to rescue next turn, so triggering Miles isn't very important.
Win.
That's cute. So the flooded zone is gonna end up somewhere else here. So, huh?
Opponent snapped.
So the flooding is gonna be here or here. So I guess we rescue mid. What a weird snap. So I might get a free one here, right? They're playing like Cerebro 2, it looks like. Okay, they forgot about Starlight Citadel. they snapped because they forgot about that. Got it.
Snap.
Everyone gets going to wait.
I snapped them back here. I think this is a Viper the Rock across angle.
Nom nom.
They might play into here. We'll see.
So, we have that. I got feeling. Here we got the wait again. We should make a wait room, but
We need a weight room for your 4 weights. Or a workout stream now, chat. We got 3-pound weights. My 2-year-old brought them to me. It's a rescue visual. Like, it is because the location moved, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna lose this. Maybe? I guess we can. Maybe I should have just double played here since we had the flooded locked up. You want to go see bees? Go get him. We had 9 here. Might be okay.
I don't.
Okay, you can't keep slamming them on the desk, baby girl. It makes noise into the microphone.
Yeah.
You can hug them. Oh, are we gonna get tiebreakered? We're gonna get tiebreakered. Hey, Demunta, thanks for the half year. Welcome back. Yeah, Mystique by Mr. Fantastic to tie the flooded. It's a clutch line. If I would have played a bigger thing here on 5, this was too cute. They also took forever. I think we might have gotten sniped here when they like tanked forever and then played Blue Marvel, right? But even without getting ghosted, I should have just Captain Marveled here and then arrowed on the last turn, and then Captain Marvel could have jumped middle. So that was my mistake. But I got caught up in the cheeky play, and then we got ghosted to not have it work out. You played something? No, I wouldn't have, Avocado. That was a graphical bug. So the rescue bonus was still the center location. No. So people saying that's a graphical bug because the location shuffled from the tile. Yeah, that one was a bug, for sure. You are on the TV. No, bees went back out into the basement. It's a nice one to have in Murray Isle. I'm gonna play this into here too, probably. I think the 5 decks for pool 2 is not a good video. And I refuse to make videos that people ask for that I think are bad content just for clicks. That would get a lot of clicks. So here's the problem with making dedicated pool 2 deck videos is by the time people can actually make pool 2 deck videos, they're playing against pool 3 players. So I have the couple of pool 2 decks in the starter series. I'm leaning into like clickbaiting some of the titles a little bit for other good content that I'm making that I think is good content. But I genuinely think people that are like making these are the pool 2 decks you should make, those are bad content, and it's not. Pool 2's, yeah, it's much smaller than pool 1. You should be taking pool 2 as a deck building exercise to upgrade the starter decks from pool 1. Yeah, that's something I want to do, Precipic. I think a shorter video series I want to do is I'm gonna do like card spotlights, like these are the best cards to open from pool 3 because they open up these other decks. So like this is Wong, and Wong goes into these 5 archetypes. This is Destroyer, these are the Destroyer decks. This is Mystique, these are the decks Mystique enables. As like a pool 3 card spotlight. Yeah, Killmonger is the biggest metagame change, pool 1 to pool 2 for sure. You cannot press buttons on my keyboard. You can sit in my lap, but if you're gonna keyboard press, I'm gonna banish you to your mother, okay? No buttons for Haley. So... Green Goblin's not great into Xandar, but it triggers my Angela, which is kind of nice. Might just do this. I guess, actually, I'm gonna Polaris pull Daredevil here, so that way I can Green Goblin plus Miles on 4. Am I? Or do I want to rescue on 4? I might just want to rescue on 4, actually. Let's just do this for now. Hey, what's going on, Hans? Welcome back. The Snap stuff has popped off with the release. It's been a ton of fun. We're not really going to get any value from the wave, which is sad, but it is what it is. You type exclamation point card name in chat. You will, you'll get the text of the card and what pool it's contained in. Arrow left here. Take away their agency on what this Daredevil is doing, so whatever they play is ending here. You can sit down. Chillin', baby girl. I am your dada. We'll lower the dust down so they can see you. They're snapping into my arrow. Let's commit for 4. Feeling good. Let's just be like Dr. Doom. And you get Shang-Chi'd. Kill my rescue. Again, like, someone else made this comment earlier. Neither of us are focused on filling the raft. What does focused on filling the raft look like to you? How should I have played this game differently? Rather than being like vague and non-specific, tell me what I should be doing here to execute the strategy you're suggesting. What does focusing on filling the raft mean? Like, I couldn't play a bunch of cards out because we got waved twice over the course of this game, right? After playing for a few weeks, I regret not having moved to the Philippines to have played this game with the rest of the Hooklandings over the summer. LOL. Do we just like Jug plus Polaris here? Just Jug plus Polaris. Okay. Hey, welcome to a live one, Dr. T. Alright. So long, Uck. This text actually felt super reasonable. Games have been sweet with it. Juggernaut. Juggernaut's such a good disruptive card. An arrow. Yeah, I was really surprised they snapped me on 5 even with the Daredevil. It must have been a bluff. Oh, who's cutie? Who's cute? It's Haley on the TV. Alright, let's do one more with this, then we're gonna do the pull 3 build around for the day we had. Followed you since the beginning of Magic stuff. Really happy to see you thriving with stat. That's your best content by a lot. Keep it up. Thanks, J-Mart. Appreciate you dropping by. Good to see you in chat. Okay, so Luke's Bar Hood is actually insane for our deck. That sounds great. I want to play into the mirror dimension now, because if this ends up being, man, I want this Angela variant, chat. I think she's the best one. I mean, what do you expect me to do, chat? Knock Green Goblin the Sinister London? Wow, that just worked out in the most rancid way possible for us. Holy crap. Wait, why didn't my Angela get bigger? Is that a bug? That's gotta be a bug, right?
No, it's not a bug.
Or am I not understanding something? That feels like a bug.
No, that's a bug.
I don't know that we're gonna lose. We might win the raid. Morning, Sylvan. Okay, baby girl. Can you go upstairs with mommy and Bees and Dumb? You drop my water. That's okay. I'll pick it up. Love you, baby girl.
Victory.
She's such an incredibly good listener for being 2 chat. She honestly might be better at following instructions than my 7 and 8-year-old. Kids, scary, brilliant. Nope, it's the wrong button. All right. So, a service that I offer for people who are unaware is once you get into pool 3 and you have some cards, for a $10 donation, I will take a look at your card pool and figure out what we can build. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got Destroyer and Electro. We've got Mr. Negative. Vortal, are you still here? This was yours, right, Vortal? Do you have these cards highlighted in green but without checkboxes or no? No, the sheets box. Okay, so just the one with the checkboxes. And then checked out the color. Got it. Okay. So Jug, Gambit, Jane, Mojo. So the big one that jumps out at me that I don't know that we're gonna build and play it on stream because we played it a bit, but you do have Mojo and Destroyer here. So the Spectrum Destroyer list that I posted today as a highlight on the YouTube channel is accessible to you. Let's see if we can build something else that's interesting other than that. We have Thor and Jane Foster. What do I think of Multiple Man? I think Multiple Man's probably one of the worst payoffs in the game, unfortunately. What's the collection spreadsheet command, chat? There was one in chat. There is a copy of. Oh no, we don't have Wave. Not the green, only the checkboxes. Yeah, I don't know if it's good, but I kind of wanted to try a non-Lockjaw Thor deck, and we have Thor and Jane here. We have like Green Goblin. Green Goblin's a good one. So, they don't quite have the enablers for Red Skull and Mary. We're missing Zero and we're missing Venom are the two big ones for enabling that. We're missing Taskmaster too, I think. Let's take a look at what we could do with a. Let's take a look at what we could do with a Jane Thor mid-range deck potentially. And again, if this deck ends up being poopy Vortal, the Spectrum Destroyer deck would be my recommendation for just like strongest deck that your card pool enables currently. I'm gonna try to do something sweeter than that for the build around. That would be my. If you're looking to just farm some nerds, that would be a recommendation. All right, I think Rescue's kind of sweet here too, because Rescue into Jane probably wins one path on their own, right? What other pool 3 things does your list have here that we might want? Doc Ock could be okay. This could also, what do we want for our top end? This could just be a Chavez deck. I don't hate Chavez. Do we... And then the second question we need to ask ourselves is, how do we want to fill the bottom end of the deck? Something that I have liked is if we want to be an interactive deck with like Killmonger. Do we want Odin? Yeah, okay, so do we want Chavez or do we... So two questions we want to ask ourselves. We're building a disruptive deck is, do I want to play Chavez or do I want to play other 6-drops? Odin is good with Hammer. And then the second question is, do I want to play a bunch of cheap things at the bottom end or do I want to play just Domino and then play other 3, 4, 5, and 6s? Is a consideration. I have an unhealthy love for Domino as a card, so maybe we play her. I don't like Professor X without Daredevil. Oh, we could just play more big things. That's true. Jubilee could be fun. Jubilee's a pull 2 card, right? Yeah, we could totally play Jubilee. Yeah, it's another reason to Odin too if we Jubilee. And then I think I want the rest of these slots to be like 3-drops and disruptive cards. Well, so here's the thing, Marty. If I don't play Domino, I automatically need like 4 to 5 slots to be 1 and 2 mana cards. Oh, we did have Green Goblin in their list of cards. It's another pull 3 card we can play. It's a good quality disruptive card. So Ironheart's not really a 3-drop, right? If you're not swarming the board, you can't play Ironheart on 3 and get any kind of value out of her, is the problem. Now, Killmonger and Enchantress are a scotch worse with, they are a scotch worse with Jubilee, is the thing, though. Quicksilver is not a good card yet. Don't play Quicksilver. Even Domino can be a little sus, but she's at least like 50% better than Quicksilver. Yeah, do I want another 5? Someone said White Tiger. I can see that. It's like good with Odin, and like White Tiger into the rescue path triggers rescue, but doesn't commit more to rescue, which is nice. We could also play, I do have an unnatural love for Vision. He's one of my favorite soups. Vision has synergy with Storm as well and plays nice off of rescue. I'll try that. It's another card you don't mind flipping off a Jubilee also. This might be a touch light on 3s. We still want Chavez? I think so. Chavez is pretty good with Jubilee, and Gels just makes the rest of your deck more consistent. Dedicated move decks are very bad. Probably the worst archetype in the game currently. For those of you just coming in late, this is a pool 3 build around for someone. So I agree that Captain Marvel tends to be better than Vision. Not always, but often. But the person we're building this out of does not have Captain Marvel. So we're gonna start here, okay? At late pool 2, rank 88, you see a very high player in a Heimdall decks. They're probably bots. The move decks are something the bots play a lot of. As an FYI.
Right on time.
They play a lot of them and they play them very poorly.
Snap.
So, when you're in just side of pool 2 Precipic, the move deck's like kind of okay and popular. At the higher ranks, they'll start playing more bots though. Because there aren't that many people that are deep into pool, that are only in pool 2 that are super high ranked. Let's go to Niv. Thanks for the 4.5 years. Why is this game good on my phone? It's making it hard to sleep. Asking the real questions. We have priority here too, thanks to Domino. So even if they play into Bar this turn, we're still gonna put 3 goblins into there for them. So again, the way this works out, 4 goblins get made, they end up with -12, we end up with -3. And then, the way this works out into Bar Sinister, we'll actually get to play Vision into Bar Sinister on 5. And make 3 Visions that we can slide around, huh? I'm gonna Storm Hala here, because it's good with my Visions next turn.
Wind, aid my hand.
I really hope Vision gets a buff, chat. It's one of my favorites. I think this should probably be like a 4 mana, 6 power card. So he can move more than once. Yeah, put it retreated, because Army of Visions gets to move over here. We've got left and right locked. Yeah, it's almost misleading that Vision has the text that it does, because it's basically a glorified Nightcrawler, right? The way it comes down to it. Get our caches, chat. Nightcrawler is sick, but he's partially sick because he's 1 mana, right? The bots do not emote currently. It's not something that they do. King Sammy. Here you see variants for a specific card. Yeah, if you go to a website like snap.fan, you can click through what's up there.
What are the odds?
What are the odds, chat? My foot is mostly better. My lingering cough refuses to move on. This is a pretty solid curve here for us. We get to go Thor into rescue into Jane Thor. Although I guess nowhere with Starlit Citadel is going to give us some issues here.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
We want nowhere to go middle here. Damn it. So again, this is a graphical bug. This is still gonna trigger when I play this right. It doesn't matter. This was bad for us, but Isle of Silence moving means their Destroyer deck doesn't work. Get fucked. Can you play discard efficiently without Dracula? I don't even think the discard deck is good with Dracula. We spent some time trying to make that work on stream, and it was just pretty underwhelming. Couldn't they have just destroyed, right? Yeah, that's true.
Always lucky.
Always lucky. I'm gonna domino into Storm Mojo World, I think. Am I? I'm gonna domino the Nexus, and then we'll Storm Mojo World. Because my deck's never gonna have more cards here than this. We play individually powerful cards, so I think I'd rather just like turn this into whoever wins Nexus wins Mojo. Yeah, that's true. As far as discard decks go, the Hela deck is okay. The Apocalypse Swarm payoffs I don't think are good enough. Forgot. I always forget Hela's a discard deck for whatever reason. Now I need to storm the Dream Dimension, right? Because I need to play Jane on curve.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Killmonger, Sunspot. Looking good here for sure. Alright, this has got to go. Need to play Lady Thor next turn.
Wind, aid my hand.
Snap.
Well, since we drew this, actually, I probably want to wait. I probably want to wait to deal with this, right? Do we just Killmonger here? I think we just Killmonger here. And then next turn we'll Enchantress Mjolnir. Man, do we lose the Destroyer because I got greedy? We might lose the destroyer here. Because they have priority. Destroyer will be 16, 19, 20, 26, 29. And I'm only going to have 7, 17, 22. Yeah, I guess we got to retreat. Should have been greedy. They probably concede if I Enchantress last turn, but I didn't play around armor. Lack of priority there in the last 2 turns really got us. Should have played Enchantress more proactively because we weren't going to have priority. Extra, read all about it. Dracula's here and we're going to shout it. It does Mally, but I don't think that combo is very good.
Right on time.
Ooh, that's a good thought too. Green Goblin could have been okay. Should Sunspot be ongoing? I mean, Sunspot's not a constant effect. Sunspot is, this happens at end of turn. So no, I don't think it should be ongoing. Doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna Killmonger the Sunspot here. Green Goblin's not nearly as good onto a board with New York. Well, that's awful for us.
Victory.
Good enough, I suppose. Yes, they were Dracula Lockjaw. Domino's super lucky, chat. She'd never die when I play her into the danger room. They make a play to fill the raft. We'll probably just storm it. Arctic's just not good at filling a location.
Might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Eva, Lockjaw Wasp.
Opponent snapped.
They filling this turn? They fill it this turn. It's a little bad for us, but I'm gonna stay in. They might just think they beat us there in the race next turn. And then Storm takes it out of play. Yeah.
Wind, aid my hand.
I think we vision, and then we might like Green Goblin Killmonger on the last turn. Obviously losing the flooding. I think we just hope that Green Goblin taking away their Atlantis bonus and us having one is enough to beat whatever Dracula does here. And then that 13's enough to win left. 2 cards to Atlantis is scary. I lost the tiebreaker. Really close. on time.
What are the odds?
Are any Miles Morales decks? Yeah, a bunch of them. We were playing a disruptive Miles mid-range deck this morning to start the stream, actually. We'll lead Thor, gonna get a new hand.
Asgard, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. I think with the rescue in hand, or with the Killmonger in hand, we snap. Especially with the Mjolnir for Thor as well. Can Jubilee pull Chavez? Yes.
Victory.
Yeah, minnows are free-to-play players, dolphins are small spenders, and then Kraken spend ungodly amounts of money. I actually don't know that this game can have Krakens. I don't think they allow you to spend enough money to have constitute Krakens. Krakens in the industry are usually like 5 figures a month. I don't think that's possible even buying every variant in the shop.
Always lucky.
Poor Green Goblin, shit. It's not his game.
Face the might of Asgard, Mjolnir.
We just rescue middle, try and lock that up. Really don't want to rescue middle though. I think I'm gonna rescue right in division right. Although I guess if we don't draw the hammer naturally, maybe we rescue into Jane. Let's see what we pull here. Oh yeah, with Odin drawn especially, we're totally just gonna Jane Foster. We'll have 19 right. I'm gonna snap them here.
Victory. Animated frame.
It's the Green Goblin I wanted, chat. It's the Green Goblin I wanted. Do I have enough boosties? Do I have enough boosties? I don't know if I have enough boosties. I just put my other one to infinite. I have 179 boosties, chat. Away we go.
Frame break.
Oh, the fire and the smoke burns when you animate it. That's so good. There's dead people behind him? Sure are.
no-go.
They're just snapping. That's true.
Animated frame.
Gosh, it does look kind of good with the red, but I also just want all my cards to have the same border colors, so... I think I'm pushing the button again. It's tough. I want all my borders to match. I do hope they give us the option to set our style to whatever style we want. Like, if I could have all red borders on my cards, I'd probably do that. Yeah, border selection would be great. Alright, we'll leave him red for now, because I have a couple other red cards in this deck anyways. But we'll probably take him to... what's it called at some point?
Right on time.
Cards flip this turn. Yep. Reason to play rock out. See how hard they play into Kiln. Yeah, Vision. Vision can slide into here, which is nice. What a snap here. We have Vision to slide into Kiln, and I'm guaranteed to draw Chavez on 6. Hey, you get Death Wave, chat. I'm gonna get Death Waved. Alright, take your cubes. How sick would it be if... Alright, fine, fuck you, I'm out.
Escaped.
I just can't. But it just like has death with Subterranean. Maybe they're bluffing. That could be a bluff. That could be a bluff. Hard to know, chat. I don't think I'm paying 6 cubes to find out. It's a good snap. Potentially. They have the death. It's a bad snap. Maybe I'm supposed to stay. Yeah, I'm supposed to stay. Yeah, people rarely bluff in this game. The top of the from a competitive perspective, there's not a lot. There's way more bad snaps than bluffs in this game.
What are the odds?
In my experience chasing rabbits. As someone who played a lot of poker for a long time, I think showing your opponent's hand is hot dog water. You wanna know, pay your cubes to chase the rabbit. Rescue in Division into Chavez. Yeah, I agree, Taylor. And not at this point in the game's development. Like, at some point, or maybe in, like, high levels in tournaments, you could try and start reading people, but, like, right now, more often than not, people view the snap button as, I'm gonna win this game, so I'm gonna snap button. Yeah, the season pass chat is designed to encourage you to buy it. It's very easy and reasonable to complete. Snap here. Kind of okay. When's the right time to snap? Gosh, boy golly, do I have the video for you. The Venn diagram of poker players and stat players does not intersect. No, it does. Just like, not as much as you think. Alright, we go second here, so we beat Shang-Chi. The question is, can they beat 12 in the middle? They might be able to, but they already played their demon out, so maybe we're good. Also, one of the things to think about, Breakers, is that, like, statistically speaking, your opponent's gonna have their payoff more often than not. Like, your opponent's 75% to have their key 6 drop on 6. Like, that is an incredible percentage. So you can and should be, like, running through, okay, what's their best card here that their archetype is likely to play? Right on time. There's a website for decks. So you can find a ton of great deck sources up on my YouTube channel. Store left, and then I'm probably gonna green goblin mid here next turn. I mean, speaking as someone who regularly made low 4 figures playing cash poker tournaments with fish during undergrad, like, most people are fundamentally very bad at statistics and understanding it. Stats is a topic that people don't parse organically. The way our lizard brains work at a base level doesn't run core with how stats work a lot of the time. They're not intuitive to the average human. People who I end up describing as math people are math people because they find stats relatively intuitive a lot of the time. What's going on, Thump? Thanks for the over 4.5 years. Welcome back. My lady. Bring me my hammer, my lady. Alright, so I think we just Mjolnir Odin, right? And then we're set up to be winning all 3. They could play a little bit here and a little bit here. They would need 6 here or 6 here. Sorry, and 6 here. They need 6 in both. But I think we're pretty likely to win there. They're probably not playing into the icebox because they know we have the hammer. This is gonna give Thor +6, and then Odin works with Mjolnir as well, which is a great flavor win. think you should be able to undo snaps because I love snapping when I know I'm gonna win, but then sometimes I'm very wrong and that's not fair.
Victory.
Oh, she's getting so close, chat. 43 is such a cursed number though, because I need 7 more boosters on here. So I need two game wins or 2 games for her to hit. Chat, this is your reminder that if you also have a standing desk, you've probably been sitting for too long and you should stand up.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
Just let those games roll off, chat. Give them the cube and move on to the next one. I think having a Runeterra eye-like system would be good. Where, like, auto did the math for you as you played out cards. That would be a net positive. I'm all for having the computers help people out.
What are the odds?
Are the odds indeed. Or a green goblin, shit. Alright, so Sentinel could be a Devil Dino deck. So I think I'm gonna Thor left here. Found the Goblin variant has made that card more powerful. Well, so I got this variant for free. If I'd have spent money on this variant, it would make it more powerful. Because it was free, it's not quite as good. The Inkify Sentinel is pretty slick. It's a sub in there. I did. Been a while because the direction of magic makes me want to vomit. Back because I love it. Snap. You do a great job showcasing the game. Thanks for up in the prime, Gled. Thanks for Pokemon White Sticks. Being a bad boy, being distracted by twoters. I think we just Jane right. Then we'll hammer plus Chavez on the last turn. Depending on what they does. Will depend on what they do. Opponent snapped. Alright, I think I'm gonna Chavez right and then hammer mid. Because hammer mid gets 5 from the Nidavellir. We die to a Shang-Chi, so I'm not gonna snap back, but we're in an okay spot here otherwise. That was just like a straight bluff then? Okay.
To me.
Made me pause for a minute.
Victory.
So again, Domino gives us a consistent early play, which effectively gives us more deck slots. So if you're not playing Domino, you need 4 cards in your deck that cost 1 or 2 mana to have an 85% chance to have a card to play in the first 2 turns of the game. So by playing Domino, I guarantee myself a turn 2 play and then don't need to dedicate 3 additional slots to cheap cards to have that early play. Now, Domino does make me slightly less likely to have any other given specific card on later turns the way the math works out. And if you're interested in how that math shakes out here, you can check this YouTube video here where I break down Chavez, Quicksilver, and combinations of the 2 and 3. But from a deck building consideration, I like Domino in disruptive decks like this because she lets you fill out the middle part of our deck a lot more efficiently. This deck's actually been kind of okay, huh? Math is like the OG cheat code, yeah, basically. Raft. My deck's really bad at filling the raft, chat. I think I'm just not going to compete there. Yeah, I think this is a Storm Mindscape angle, Marty. We're going to Thor into the Isle of Silence, and then we'll Storm here. Them filling the raft this turn is kind of a big deal. Although, they filled it with a really low power amount. Might be able to beat this now with Jane plus Chavez. Filling the raft on 3 often means you lose it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have Killmonger as well. It's true. I don't want to snap yet because whatever they're getting out of the raft could be bad for us. Okay, so with the hammer being drawn naturally, Rescue is better here than Thor because she'll provide more total power. Killmonger Mjolnir is probably a W, right? I think I'm gonna snap. Killmonger is better than Chavez here because he's gonna get rid of a ton of stats off the board. Victory. Chat, early pull 2 decks are just pull 1 decks. You take your favorite pull 1 deck and you upgrade it with whatever cards you might have opened from pull 2 that can slot into it. My only generic commentary on how pull 2 differs from pull 1 is the Khazar deck is worse because you're going to start playing against Killmongers. Alright, chat. I need 60 seconds to run to the restroom. I'm going to run a quick ad break while I do that to disable pre-rolls for a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We got plenty more Marvel stuff coming up. BRB. don't have rescue. What can you put in its place? Jessica Jones is a fine 4-drop. Obviously, play pattern's very different than rescue, but still kind of similar purpose, 4-cost stat stick. You just acquire the stats a different way. There's a lot of Destroyer in pull 3. I would not be surprised if we get a balanced patch that whacks Destroyer. It is region-based matchmaking currently. They said they eventually want to disable that. Hopefully it happens soon.
What are the odds?
Okay, I mean, Vision can sneak into Death's Domain. Our curve here is actually really clean. We've got Domino into Thor, into Rescue, into Vision. So hopefully whatever this location is, we can play Rescue Vision into cleanly. Nice, cool. I'm gonna snap on that now.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
I mean, as someone who literally has a 100% complete collection, I think the Destroyer deck is probably the best deck in the game. It probably needs to be whacked. Okay, and now that they waived us, I'm actually gonna go Vision into Jane, I think is my plan. Why is the Destroyer good at the moment? Because 16 stats on a single card is a lot of fucking stats. And the other part is the Destroyer basically is played with no downside because Armor and Professor X are cheesy cards you kind of want to play anyways. And because they're playing Armor and Professor X, they incidentally have main deck hate cards for all of the Venom Carnage decks that exist. So in addition to being just fucking huge, they also get to play main deck hate cards for another potentially good archetype. You just incidentally beat an entire another archetype. Okay, so their Deadpool's only 4, which means Mjolnir is beating the Deadpool here. Do we think they're gonna play for here, or do we think they're gonna play for here? Yeah, their deck also wants to play Cosmo too, right? So like they get to play all of these best hate cards while also having the biggest stat stick. So their deck's both incredibly disruptive, and it's hard to just beat in a head-to-head race. You want a Vision Jubilee mid. That's kind of cute. And then just punt the right. But the problem with that is, like, I'm worried about losing left here is the question. I feel like they're not going to play left. I feel like they're going to play right. I'm going to Chavez and leave Vision here. Let's stay for 2 cubes. Wow, that's it? Really? I just had death. Good beat.
Victory.
Also, and this is the other thing, chat. When I say they should probably nerf something, card game players have this awful tendency where when something gets nerfed, they think it's unplayable without ever trying anything, and they just stop playing it. Like the Mr. Negative deck, such a good example of that, right? That deck got nerfed 3 times during the closed beta, and it just disappeared. Everybody stopped playing it on the ladder. And then we picked up, literally card for card, the stock list that was good in the closed beta that had been nerfed 3 times, and it was still insane and excellent. And that happens in every card game. Like, every time they make a card worse, people don't even fucking try. They just, like, throw it away. Like, I don't want to play with this anymore. The best deck got marginally worse, so now it's unplayable. It's like, no, it was still the best thing you could be doing before. So, like, the best thing made slightly worse appropriately, still pretty fucking good. Yes, I played Rescue here because we know Domino's gonna be on time. The expected value of the Season Pass Plus is better than spending $5 on gold, but worse than spending $100 on gold. So if you're someone who's a small spender or a dolphin and you want to put $5 more into Marvel Snap, the Premium Pass Plus is a fine purchase. But if you're someone that was going to buy a big amount of gold anyways, it's worse than just buying another big amount of gold. So the Pass Plus is better for dolphins, but worse for whales, if that makes sense. If you're a small spender, the Plus Pass can be worthwhile. If you're a big spender, it's not. The Plus Pass gives you 10 extra levels for free. Yes, so basically the math is the Plus Pass gives you 10 extra season caches, and the expected credits value on a season pass is 45 credits per cache. So getting 10 extra caches is like paying $5 for 450 credits. And if you buy $5 worth of gold, it turns into less than 450 credits. That's the math. Pull some friends out of our deck here, huh?
Mjolnir, to me! Mjolnir, to me!
Alright, chat. Thor is large and in charge. I'm gonna say they're gonna abandon mid. I'm gonna vision Chavez left. Damn, close. Is there a reason for playing Storm in this deck? I mean, Storm didn't really work against us, chat. If Storm ends up not being here and ends up being something else, we end up with a 50-50 coin flip of where their cards go and where we move our cards. So it doesn't really change much at the end or guarantee us a win. Storm's just a generically good utility card. You're right that Vision has some synergy with Storm because it can cheat into the flooded zone, but having the utility of being able to remove a troublesome location from the game that's really bad for your deck has a lot of upside. So don't focus so much on whether or not you could win the flooded. In most of the games of Snap you play, you're gonna punt one of the 3 locations anyways, so punting the flooded is fine in a lot of situations.
Right on time.
The way you can get old cards like Daredevil / Fury. Yes, all of the cards are available to players who are completely free to play. Or if you're spending money, obviously available too. But the old season pass cards get added to pool 3 on a time delay. So at the start of next month, Nick Fury will be in the pool 3 cards. But honestly, chat, get your pool 3 cards before Nick Fury is added, because he's one of the worst cards in the game right now. It was almost kind of funny that they had Mr. Jackson do the ad for this game, because they did his character super dirty. Legitimately, Nick Fury is one of the worst cards in the game at the moment. But Daredevil's already in pool 3. Thor's in pool 3. He was a previous season pass card, wave, etc.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
I think I'm just going to play all into Stark Tower to start, because we can always move out of Stark Tower to New York at the end. The ad was great. I agree. Concur. It's not the 5-drop I wanted for Christmas, chat.
Opponent snapped.
We can do this. They're snapping me. I'm gonna do this. We'll stand through their snap.
Mjolnir. To me.
About to get like Shang-Chi and cry.
Wind, aid my hand.
Sarah.
All systems go.
Okay, so we're winning right, but we should probably just retreat here, huh? There's no way we win. We win these with them playing a bunch of cheap cards out. That was a good snap from the opponent.
Escaped.
All right, let's do 1 or 2 more with this build around, and then we will switch off to playing something else. Folks that are new, usually we change decks every 30 minutes to an hour here. Mjolnir gives Thor plus 6 attack. I think this is the same person we just played, right? This matchup seems not good for us. Their deck's a lot more linear than ours. Our disruption isn't super meaningful. You can Quinjet some people. Hate that idea.
What are the odds?
Zek is playing Vision rather than Captain Marvel because it was a pool 3 build around for someone that didn't have Captain Marvel. Nick Fury was the previous season pass. So when a card leaves the season pass, there is a 1-month delay before it gets added to the general card pool. Oh, I was going to say I want a Killmonger after they play their demon, but with floating bats, so we just do that right away. Vision lets us get into the Sanctum, which is nice. It's the best possible way to up your collection level with the most powerful card in mobile gaming, chat, your credit card. Yeah, I'll have a deck kind of like going up with it this week, Marty. The opponent's archetype's very good. Sarah mid-range, basically. And even with getting the center for free, it's like, look at spots like this, right? To like see how mediocre Vision is. Like, sure, he could cheat into here, but he was basically just a 5-mana Nightcrawler this game, right? Which is like not a great rate. Yeah, this matchup seems atrocious for us. Our Enchantress just isn't meaningful disruption. Neither is filling their board with Green Goblin. We're so close. We're so close. That's fine. The red border looks fine on her anyways with the red background. What did I say we were going to do? Someone suggested something and I said that sounded good. What was the suggestion? Oh, Moon Dino, Quinjet. Yes, yes, yes.
Animated frame.
Take our Quinjet up here.
Shiny logo.
You want to see this deck as a pull 2 only deck? There's only a couple of pull 3 cards in here. You can check it out on the YouTube there. My suggestions on pull 1 and pull 2 cards to fill in. There's a red border this too. Yeah, I like Young K-Ball.
Animated frame.
So, this archetype is one that I think is a great choice when you're making that transition from pool 2 into pool 3. Even without Quinjet and Beast, this deck can keep up with a lot of the fully powered decks in the game. Devil Dino is a large stat stick, and Moon Girl letting you have access to 2 of them is really strong. I think Quinjet and Beast are reasonable upgrades, but definitely playable without those 2 as well. No, we get a season pass right when the day rolls over. 10 p.m. Central. On that evening, I'll get rolled over. Man, I guess we're supposed to do this, just hope for the best, right? Okay, well that's great for us. No, Cable and Mantis take the card. That's probably a bot. We just like Iron Man right? Should have Hala unlock. Then we can go Collector into Moon Girl on the last turn.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, we're gonna die to the bot. Alright, Jesus, take the wheel. Drive it right off a cliff. If the Moon Girl would have lived there, we would have exactly tied, right? We've been 3 to 3. I mean, chat, that was a bot. So that every time they played to Danger Room, they knew their thing wasn't dying. It's just how it be. Does Angela lose her stats when Beast brings her back to hand? She does not. I'm gonna Sentinel this turn because the created Sentinel will only cost 1. So we'll be able to created Sentinel plus Cable next turn. Guaranteed. Well, so for what it's worth, the bots at the lower levels do not cheat. The bots are functionally very different at the top and the bottom of the ladder. I'm gonna intentionally play Cable into Murder World because like we're gonna be tight on space this game. In fact, a lot of the bots at the lower levels are the inverse of cheating bots. On the last turn of the game, they look at the plays you make and they throw intentionally. I don't have any Sentinel variant, actually. Well, it's a bag of dicks. Would I rather get Angela going into Murder World? Or would I rather White Queen? I kind of want a White Queen, honestly. So I can, like, have Dino plus whatever their big play is. Oh, we're winning middle because of the Typhoid Mary. So this means we win left if we play like this. Because both of these cards put cards back in our hand. So we end up +3 here.
Oh, snap.
I guess we lose to Blue Marvel at this line. what's going on, Jelly Bean? Thanks for the tier 2 of the 32 months. Hope you're having fun with it.
Victory.
Not at all, Winged. Check out this playlist for a pull 2 version of this deck. That's actually kind of reasonable for us. And again, playing Sentinel first because we have the Quinjet. This Quinjet means we can cable plus Sentinel next turn. I want to commit Collector to Hero, but I'd rather get it going left. I think I'd rather get it going right. Flashed. So if I Moon Girl here, she'll copy all 3 of our cards. This will go up to 5. I'll have a bunch of cheap stuff to play next turn. I think I'd rather draw 2 cards off of their deck. It could be right to just play Sentinels here and have more stats. Oh. Yeah, it does mean I'm not drawing Chavez. It's actually kind of awkward.
Opponent snapped.
Okay. Just for letting me off easy.
Escaped.
The classic, I'm guaranteed to win, so I snap and chase you out of the last turn. Like I said, there's very little bluffing on the ladder. And if you're looking at that and going, Jeff, well, if you're guaranteed to win, why is snapping bad? You take a few minutes to check out my when to snap video to min-max some of the game theory aspects of it. Is Chavez a good card? Yes, very. So one of the things to understand about Chavez is that she means you're drawing from an 11-card deck for the first 5 turns of the game. And if you're wondering how that impacts your draws, check out the Snap Math video. She's very good in decks that aren't trying to draw a 6-drop on turn 6. And that's this deck. This deck wants to go Moon Girl, Devil Dino as frequently as possible. Okay, so hard hand size limit in Marvel Snap is 7. And your hand always copies left to right. So when I Moon Girl here to duplicate my hand, I'm going to get a second Devil Dino and a second White Queen guaranteed. We're going to punt Kiln here because I think they're going to play into it. Do we snap here? don't think so. Yeah, this deck's good fun because like Agent 13 and Cable means you get to play with a bunch of different cards every game. So the gameplay experience tends to be very dynamic. Dino's nice and large. So, what if we just do this? This adds 11 power in the middle while keeping Devil Dino at 17 on the left. I think I'm into it. Could maybe lose. Seems strong. The fact that they didn't play into Killed on 4 was so strange.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna go fish this time. Hope that 20 in the middle is good enough. The no play into Killed's kind of spooky though, so the snap could be, hey, we're guaranteed to win because we know. Yeah. Gamora is really good when you can see your opponent's hand. Oh, that's a good thought. I believe they do see created by Moon Girl, so I should always play the one that wasn't created first. It's a good call out. This is definitely a game where if you want to feel super smart, and they're just like, actually just Q sniping us too. If you want to feel smart and beat the streamer you're playing against, it's easy to do that in Marvel Snap. Yeah, this is our third time in a row against them. The ladder really needs repairing protection. It's definitely something that needs to happen. I think TVA and our Nightcrawler here. Yeah.
Victory.
Easy retreat? No, this is a W chat. Played the same person 8 consecutive matches last night. Yes, that's... global matchmaking would help with that a little bit too, to a degree, but yeah, that just shouldn't be a thing. Cyclops, eh? Patriot? He really needs at least a 5th point of power at a minimum. Leader of the X-Men can shoot lasers from his eyes. Let's make him vanilla. People love vanilla ice cream, Marty. Okay, so speaking of vanilla, we just leech their onslaught here, right? And we snap them before we do it. And then we'll Devil Dino mid in the last turn for a bunch of stats.
Victory.
They have not patched the issues with the desktop client, to my knowledge. I'm still playing on the mobile client. I don't know what their bug fix candidates is going to be like. It's also worth noting they almost assuredly stuck the early access tag on the PC client for a reason. So their leech days through the Patriot bonus, they do actually. Don't take my dino. Damn it. This might be a pick the Angela back up with Beast here. We'll like slide Nightcrawler over and go Agent 13 Beast, pick the whole path up this turn. I mean, no one talking about the PC client is talking about the appearance. If anything, I think the visuals of the game on PC looked very reasonable. It's just very obviously it's the... Very obviously the game is just the mobile client on PC. Alright, so don't draw a card this turn, but that's fine. Is it crazy to Carnage here? I feel like it's not. Might want Lizard after, though. If we do this. Lack of priority sucks. It's like we're dead here. We like do this, I guess. Just like make them respect us here. This is +8 here, putting us to 12, but that's probably not good, right? It's +3, +3, +5. So they need to like do 4-4, which is pretty likely to be an end result. It's only one more cube though. Alright, fine, I'll fish for a cube. Whoa, they thought they were just gonna win Murder Worlds? And then like win the tiebreaker? Sure.
Victory.
Y'all. Sometimes the fish gets to eat. Yep. Sometimes. Sometimes. I really wish the boosters that you got from the track were like wildcard boosters. That make them feel less bad. I have a bunch of cards I would actively be happy to get boosters for, but getting boosters for like random jank I don't want to upgrade is extra kick in the gut. I like to snap when the peak happens, and it didn't totally hose us. Yeah.
Victory.
My queen is so close. My queen is so close. We know they're playing Shang-Chi. This is the person we played against 2 games ago, so I kind of don't want to fight over Nidavellir. Fighting over Nidavellir against the Shang-Chi deck is a little bit of a fool's errand. Well, we might play a couple here just to keep them honest. We'll see. Okay, Enchantress is a great one to be conscious of. So I don't want to dino this turn. And I want to set up to be able to win next turn with our dino. It's really awkward that I can't play 2 cards here. And I can play Deathlock, but does it really count as a card, I don't think. Hey, and Crandy, thank you for the brand new Prem. Appreciate that. A wonderful day wherever you are. If I do this, we're technically competitive into all 3 paths. We lose like Shang-Chi plus a 1 or 2 drop though. That's worth the risk. Hey, awesome, Mortal. Yeah, the Spectrum list is up on the Snap YouTube today. Glad the Thornix working for you. Oh my god, are we gonna lose? We lost because we didn't have priority into their Maximus. Maximus drew us 2 cards, so I couldn't generate 2 more cards to make Collector beat Jessica Jones, and then we lost the tiebreaker because I'm up 8 and they're up 18 because they played the Nidavellir. That's such a rough beat. Unfortunate. Yeah, Maximus is... It's a weird design, because it's like, its downside is sometimes upside in spots like that. It was a really good tech card when Strong Guy was super playable during the beta. Storm and Scarlet Witch change the location before they can be blown up, so they work how you want them to. It's a solid beat into the Sunspot. I'm gonna snap them before they see the Sunspot die. Hide Sentinel in here. I don't think we need it again. We'll play Cable Middle and see what we pick up off of them. We do this, and then we'll Devil Dino one of these two spots in the last turn. With the Sentinel face down too, our hand will actually be maxed for the dinosaur. Opponent snapped? Sure, let's go. Probably a bot. That's the other thing, like, there's some people that are really obsessed with Infinite. It's like, until we have global matchmaking that pushes down the total number of bots that you experience, like, a lot of getting to Infinite right now is knowing how to farm AIs for extra cubes. It's also kind of weird because, like, the way players are spread out on the ladder right now, there's more, I think the ladder is actually more challenging from like 60 to 80 or like 60 to 90, because once you break away from the pack, you start getting more AIs, which is strange. I thought we were supposed to have global matchmaking for the release, but it didn't happen. Okay, well, I really don't... I think we snap on that, because I'm just going to have infinite... I'm going to have infinite Devil Dinos here. I'm going to Agent 13, copy a card. We'll draw a card next turn, having 4 cards in hand, and then Moon Girl will double my Devil Dino. Sounds great.
Wind, aid my hand.
It's a little unfortunate. Also, oddly not great. Okay, so they turned off one of my Quinjets, but only one. And they played their Enchantress already. So they're snapping me? Seriously? Do I want to skip my card draw next turn? Is there anything in my deck I could draw that would be ideal here? I guess I could always wait to do this, right? Because it adds cards back to my hand for Devil Dino after the fact. Yeah, we'll chill on this for now. Well played. Good snap. Idiot. Even if they Infinite here, we win, right? Because of Devil Dino? If they full pass, they still lose middle. Look at this Professor X split chat. They've been cheesing with this card a lot.
Victory.
Yes, you have a hard hand size limit of 7. Cards simply don't get to enter your hand if you would go over it. Look like a Devil Dino thrown to anybody else? Sure looks like it to me. I mean, I don't even think it's fair to be like, oh, that's a phone size limit. I think it's, generally speaking, just interesting game design to limit as a resource, people's ability to, I'm gonna play for kill here, to limit having your hand size be a resource you have to manage. I think that is a fun mechanic to have to manage. What is location weight? So, generally speaking, every location is equally likely, with a handful being less likely. So it's not that some are more, it's that there's a handful that are less. Wait, so if we both have Professor X here, I should Professor X the middle, right? Because then if they Professor X left, we win. So I guess this lets them play something bigger here, but that's probably fine because then my Devil Dino wins here, right? Does that work that way? Sure. Well, they get to know what we're doing, chat. They have Daredevil. This gets got if, oh yeah, and if they play something else into here, if they play something that beats us here, we can always claw left. Agent 13 generation. Yes, this is actually hilarious. This might be free cubes here. Again, one of the reasons why I think this deck is so fun is not only because it's powerful and it scales well into full collections, but Agent 13 and Cable and White Queen, you just get to play, the gameplay is so different game to game because you're playing with a couple of random cards and cards from your opponent's deck here and there. Yeah, this isn't realistically a card they can anticipate. I think this is a good snap, because I think there's a chance they call because they won the Space Throne, but it's hard to say. Might chase them out. I think we're winning this game. The only question is, do they call the snap? No, I snapped. Because I think they're in a position to win, and they might think we're bluffing them. Claws. Claw is such a hard card to predict. It's not a card people play a lot, but it's obviously very good in a spot like this. Give him the claw! Thanks everybody for chilling this afternoon, by the way. Got a bunch of new followers. Welcome. My name, if you're not familiar with me, my name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. Also make content on YouTube. I've got a dedicated Marvel Snap channel I've been posting daily videos on over there, Hoaglandia Snap. I've also been streaming a little bit of Snap, sometimes a lot of bit of Snap every day over here on Twitch. So if you're really into this game, this is a great place for you to be hanging out. Before I was snapping, I've been making content here on the internet for the better part of a decade, being a partnered Twitch channel for almost 8 years now, 7.5, something like that. I don't know, the time all blurs. Before Snap, I did a lot of other strategy card games, primarily Magic the Gathering, among other things. This is definitely the game I like more than anything else at the moment. Okay, so probably the Destroyer deck. Confirmed. Dino into Onslaught Citadels. Obviously insane here. So the question is, can I be competitive into the Daily Bugle? I think we can. What if I go Collector into Angela here? And then we go Cable Beast here, pick these up, and then redeploy the Angela right on 5. I think I'm gonna snap them here. I think we're gonna be competitive into the Daily Bugle, and then the Devil Dino should win Onslaught Citadel. The one major problem with Snap is every game, one more game turns into the loss of a day for me. Oof. So that throws a wiggle in that plan. Now, do now we kind of split their focus, I think. I think we could Devil Dino mid on 5, and then we can Destroyer left on 6, right? Since we have nowhere here. Because our Devil Dino with the Onslaught Citadel bonus will beat their Destroyer middle. And then we're playing for all 3 paths here. I think Bar Sinister is a lot like that too, Steric. I think it was not great as a feature location, but I think, oh, it's fine as a feature. The feature is just too long. I think in general, it's a great one to have in the pool. Okay, so we're obviously not going to fill the center because that'll turn on their mojo for plus 12. But Devil Dino here is going to crank way up. It'll be 20, 23, plus an additional 2 to Angela here. We just get Professor X on the left. Get cheesed. Well, Destroyer right kills my center. I genuinely think this card should have 0 power. It's so obnoxious. And again, the Destroyer is just too big to beat yet. They play Destroyer here, and we lose because they have 19. I can't get plus 11 here, no matter how we slice it.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
I don't know. That felt spooky. Maybe they just won the coin flip, but like, I don't know. That's frustrating either way. Professor X, I think, is the most frustrating card in Marvel Snap. Someone almost always walks away from someone playing Professor X feeling like they got. Like, it wins or loses the game on the spot for one of the two players. Nightcrawler into Sanctum's pretty good. I don't know if it's Let's Snap good, but it's not terrible. Range Academy, make Sanctum a little bit more gambly. Okay.
Wind aid my
Ha!
hand.
Okay. So the Strange Academy is gonna be real funny. If I do this, I generate a Sentinel, then I pick up 3 cards, and I miss my draw for the turn, so I think I actually don't want to pick up Nightcrawler here. Let's just slide him left. Okay, so there's Cerebro 2. Just do this. And this is one of the reasons why Cable's so good too, chat. Is like knowing that I don't need to play around Cerebro and don't need to play around Iron Man here is huge, right? So, I have 4 cards. They could Mystique and get +3 here. Opponent snapping, eh? If I go Agent, Sentinel, Sentinel, does that win mid? Is 8 enough to win mid? Because this gives +3 on the, it gives +5 on the left, actually. It might be enough. I'll stay in for 3 cubes. Let's see. 8's not gonna be enough, chat. I played 2 cards out. One of these at Mr. Sinister. Yeah. Okay, they got me. Sentinel Iron Man means I tie left. Cable steals the card from their deck. All right, chat, it is almost 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. We're just doing some shorter weekend streams to kind of spread out the hours so you want to get as much snapping in as possible. If you want more Snap content from me, be sure to check out my Snap YouTube channel. For the folks that are brand new, the thing that I want to point out here, in addition to the daily deck highlights that I'm doing up there, this Marvel Snap Minute playlist is a bunch of fantastic beginner content. Basic snapping theory, decks for pool 1 players transitioning into pool 2 as well. You can upgrade those easily. How long it takes to get all the cards, how the ranked ladder, and optimal account progression. Lots of good stuff up there, as well as deck highlights like the Spectrum Destroyer deck that went up there this morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning about 10 a.m. Central Time and every other day this week. But enjoy the rest of your weekend wherever you're at. I'm going to give Mr. Mogwai a host because he is still going strong.